Hi everyone. In the previous classes, we have seen various kind of examples related to negative edge triggering, right? So, with respect to negative edge triggering, if we are trying to apply the clocks, we can able to get up counters or down counters or a combination also, right? That combination we haven't seen so far. We can get any combination, right? So, while explaining the class, I have explained, right? It's not only about you can apply negative edge triggering, you can able to apply positive edge triggering also, I said, right? So let me explain a simple example so that you can get an idea. Yes, positive edge triggering also can be applied on the flip-flop so that it can work as a counters, right? Yes. For example, let me take a simple counter, 2-bit up counter, 2-bit up asynchronous counter. Asynchronous counter. Yes. So let me take one JK flip-flop, J0 and K0, and this will be Q0, and another flip-flop J1 K1, and it's going to produce the Q1 as the output, right? So as I'm saying that this is positive edge triggering, I have to change the clock signal, and these are going to have the input as 1, right? And if I try to use this particular clock, what will happen? Try to analyze, right? Yes. So if you have watched the earlier videos, you can get the clear idea what is happening, right? So now, at what time your outputs are going to be changed? When the positive edge triggering, right? If you are going to say a kind of a clock will look like this, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, enough. So positive edge triggering means at this point only your output is going to be changed, if at all changing, right? If I try to record that Q0, it will be changes here, toggle, positive edge triggering, toggle, positive edge triggering, toggle, and so on, right? Yes, right. What about the Q1? Q1 is going to be toggled or recorded its values depending upon the input what you have passed the signal at the Q0, right? So Q0 is positive edge triggering, right? So it will look like this. Yes, so it is going to change at this particular point of time only. Okay, fine. See, if I am going to divide like this, so at the positive edge signal you have to change the values. Right. So guys, try to observe now. I am going to assign the values. So this will be 0 0, this will be 1 1, this will be 0 1, this will be 1 0, and this will be 0 0. Again this will be 1 1. Guys, if you are able to observe, what is the output that we are getting here? Actually we are getting the data as, see, if I am going to apply the clock, yes, Q1 and Q0, so at the 0th, at 1 2 3, what is going to happen, right? So if you are able to observe, it is if you assume that this is a kind of a clock 0, you are getting 1 1, next you are getting 1 0, next you are getting 0 1, next you are getting 0 0. After this, if you are going to apply one more clock, you are going to get 1 1, right? You are going to get 1 1. So means that it is following the higher value to lower value. We can call it as down counter. So I can say that this particular diagram will provide the 2-bit asynchronous down counter, right? So I hope you understood now the difference between the positive edge triggering counter and negative edge triggering counter, right? Now if I try to change its value to the reverse direction, right? So as you are getting here these values, why can't we go for complementing these values? If I try to record the complement of these values, we can get up counter, right? 0 1 1 0 1 1. This is one of the procedure, right? One of the procedure of getting opposite value. So this one I can call it as up counter, right? This particular video I would like to create it because of to explain, yes, positive edge triggers also can be used in order to construct the counters. Okay, I hope you understood clearly. Thank you.